Boom. What is going on, everybody? It's your boy, Chase, aka CR Media. This is the AEW Post Dynamite show where we talk about everything that happened tonight on Dynamite. We're going to break it down. We're going to talk about the matches and do all that good stuff. Joining me tonight, my co-host, my good friend Mark, aka Pro Wrestling Kingpin, as you all might know him. Mark, how are you doing tonight, my good friend?
Yo, bro, how you doing, man? Can you hear me?
I can. You sound great too, by the way.
Ooh, there it is.
Uh, they done fucked up, man. They done let us out the cage. They done got us
Uh,
all right. So,
there we
man.
go.
So, uh, obviously, coming off of the big pay per view this weekend, Double or Nothing, I did want to just kind of emphasize we're going to touch a little bit on Double or Nothing tonight, guys. Not a whole lot, because I do want to strictly keep this dynamite, but there is going to be some stuff that we will kind of like just string in and say, you know, like, hey, like this is the point of what we're doing, what we're talking about. This is the point of this segment on Dynamite from Double or Nothing. So, um, want to kind of run through here, talk about. I introduced Mark, introduced myself. I want to take this opportunity. Mark, can you tell the people where they can find you on social media?
Pro Wrestling Kingpin on TikTok, Instagram. If you guys like comic books, you can find me at the Comic Book Club on Instagram. But mostly, I do the majority of my stuff on TikTok.
Fantastic. And as you can see next to Mark's name, it's at pro underscore wrestling underscore kingpin. So definitely go hit my boy Mark up. He's always putting out good content on TikTok, always asking questions on TikTok, trying to get your guys' opinions along with giving his own. Um, as usual, I mean, obviously, if you're here, you know where to find me on social media. But if I could ask a huge favor from everybody, I'm sitting at 38 or 39 followers on Twitch. If you just go give your boy a follow on Twitch, trying to get to 50 subscribers or followers, whatever, to hit affiliate on Twitch. It's a goal of mine right now. So if you guys could do that, I would greatly appreciate it. It would mean the world to me. But not just Twitch, but Twitter, TikTok, Instagram, Facebook. That's where you can find me at CR Media 1988. Again, greatly appreciate it. Um, Also, I want to talk to you guys about uh, a live stream that I do, where what we talk about is Kansas and Missouri professional wrestling, independent wrestling. It's called the I-70 Hot Tag. So what we're
Great
doing
name.
on yeah, thank you. What we're doing on the I-70 Hot Tag, guys, is we are doing a giveaway for AEW Dynamite for next week in Kansas City. What I'm going to ask is that you go find the I-70 Hot Tag on social media. In fact, I think I've got something. Nope, that's not it. Of course. Of course, I don't have the.
WWE Outsider. We are live on my TikTok, by the way, Chase.
Okay, fantastic. So, um, as you can see there, the I-70 Hot Tag at I-70 Hot Tag. Go follow that page on social media. Where you're going to find that, what you're going to find on there is instructions on what you need to do to be entered into the giveaway for the AEW Dynamite tickets for next week in Kansas City. Join us tomorrow night. My friend Josh will have all the details, and he will announce the winner. I mean, hey, we're sitting here on the AEW Dynamite post show. Why would you not want to win tickets to go next week? So the completely free. We've got 3 tickets. They're fantastic seats. I paid damn good money for them, and uh,
What the hell?
my friend Greg.
Oh, that's your friend?
Yeah, yeah. I He came in. I do a Kansas City Chiefs stream on Tuesday nights,
Oh,
and
okay.
he came in the stream the other night, and I was talking with an accent, and he was like, "Why do you have an accent?" And I was like, "Because that's how people around here talk." Um, but yeah, not a hard question. Like Raz said, it's not a hard question to answer. You just answer the question. You're entered into the drawing. We're going to announce the winners tomorrow night on the podcast. Wanted to go ahead and give that a shout out before we got started, um, and then also wanted to talk about Mark. I kind of started doing something a little bit differently. A couple of times when you had some stuff going on last week, and I
Mhm.
think I did it another time where I posted the link of the stream in the chat, and I left it open for people to join and talk about, come in and talk about what they wanted to talk about. I think we'll do the same thing tonight. After we're done breaking down the show, we'll kind of leave it open for whoever's still here to kind of come in and just be like, hey, I really liked that part with so and so, and here's why. We'll keep it real short, real simple, because I mean it's going to be right before closing. Um, you know, I don't want to let anybody come in here and take 3 hours to say what they like or didn't like, but
Right.
that's kind of the theme we've got going on tonight. So if you're watching us on Twitter or you're watching us on TikTok, no matter where you're watching us, make sure to go to the CR Media 1988, twitch.tv/CR Media 1988, and we'll get we'll get you guys involved in the comments and get you guys hooked up in the stream. So um, starting off Dynamite, man. Coming off of that crazy. Without getting too much into it, Mark, how did you like Double or Nothing?
I loved it.
I did too, man.
Man, a lot. I scroll TikTok a lot. It's like full of wrestling stuff, and I got a lot of heat from a lot of big time wrestling TikTokers. I was kind of shocked. Loved it. Yeah, Ultra Sports Talk. I loved it.
Yeah.
I don't understand why I got so much heat. I mean, they're
What
they
like here's what's crazy, or here's what because I was in a fellow TikToker's Discord watching it. I had ordered it on my TV, but when he puts it in his Discord, it's fucking awesome because we all get to kind of go in there as a community and talk. And I'll
Yo,
tell you
Kevin.
one thing that I didn't like was the one thing I didn't like was is like people complaining about how long it was.
Yeah,
Like,
I mean,
well, and like so, and I get. Let me back that up for a second because I'm going to get a lot of heat for that comment, and that's not what I mean. I don't mean people complaining about how long it was because
it
it's
was
it
easily
was.
AEW's the worst pay per view since they started 3 years ago. Whoa,
I don't agree with that at all, Greg. I think that's goofy, but uh,
whoa! This
I
guy's coming in
definitely
hard today.
yeah.
Oh
I tell
man,
well, he had a stream a couple of days ago, and I went in kind of running my mouth, because the guy he was doing the stream with was I don't remember what he was talking about, uh, uh, but I was like, that's ridiculous. But hey, to each his own. Hey, listen, everybody's got their own opinions. I respect everybody's opinions. If we all had the same opinion, the world would be boring.
right?
My mom always taught me growing up that opinions are like buttholes. Everybody's got one. Some people's just stink. So um, take that for what you want. But
Right.
so, like I said, I'll back up. I will not say that. I'm not going to sit here and say that it wasn't too long because indeed it was. It was five. It was 5 hours, um, and it was definitely long. Probably too long. I will agree. However, there was so many people that were like, hey, like just end it already. Like just end it. Like just go home. Like
It
the
was
the
long.
punk
It was long.
like the Punk and Adam Page match had just begun, and I had people like in the chat like going, "Hey, this is boring. Like let's end this." And I'm like, "Whoa! Like it just started. Like if you want to go to bed, like go to bed, and I'll tell you what happened when you wake up in the morning. Like that's cool, but like don't no don't. I'm not. I don't want somebody to end. I don't want to end the pay per view because y'all are like you know y'all are upset because it went too long. Uh, so Greg said, what is their worst pay per view? This one had zero build other than the MJF Wardlow feud. Rosa Serena was rushed. CM Punk Hangman was rushed. What matches were the fans supposed to be invested in for the show? I don't think CM Punk and Hangman was rushed. I mean, it had you know, obviously the MJF and Wardlow feud had a mass amount of buildup. It's had years of buildup. But Rosa and Serena, you know, it kind of came
Yeah,
off
what's up,
of
Jacob?
that last feud that Serena had, or not, that Thunder Rosa had. I don't think there was zero buildup. Of course, obviously, with 3 months in between their pay per views, it could have had a little bit longer of a buildup. But yeah, um,
How'd you like that opening match with MJF and Wardlow?
I mean, it was exactly what I thought it was going to be. Um,
Yeah, I kind of
you
wish it
know,
wasn't that way. I think that was the only match I really was like, you know how I am with squash matches, man. I don't really
well,
think.
so and let's because like I said, I want to kind of go into Dynamite, but we'll get that we'll get to that because I like I said I want to go into Dynamite and we'll get to MJF's promo, and in that part we'll talk about it.
Yeah, a lot of people want to talk about that promo. I got guys on my
Uh,
TikTok live right now want to talk about the promo.
That's yeah. We'll definitely get there. So I am going to. They didn't start building Punk and Hangman until 3 weeks before the pay per view, of course. And I mean that's when he announced he was the number one contender. Obviously, with the 3 months, like they're not going to take 3 whole months to build up a feud for these pay per views. Obviously, there's going to be other feuds that are happening. So
I
I
mean,
don't think
not
I don't
everything's
think
gonna be long term storytelling.
yeah, not to,
I mean,
and I think that I think Punk has had long term storytelling.
hmm
He's been, he's had a couple of months now where he's been signifying that he's coming after the AEW championship. He just had to tie up some loose ends. That was Punk's story. Now
hmm
the feud for Punk and Page could have been longer, okay, but again, they're not gonna have feuds they're not going to build their feuds all the way up to other than MJF Wardlow. Literally nothing was long term storytelling, and that's okay. That's okay.
this guy's going hard
I mean,
tonight, man.
yeah. I mean, I don't know. I don't know what you. Like I said, they're not going to take the 3 months to build up that one match. Because there's going to be other feuds that are happening in between there. Um, you know, MJF and Wardlow was a rarity. Every story's not going to be long term as Wardlow and MJF, or even close to it. I obviously I figure, that's not everything he's talking about, but yeah, that's not going to be. You need longer than 2 to 3 weeks. I'm not asking for 3 months. I don't disagree with that. I don't disagree with that at all. However, Greg, we don't know if Serena Deeb and Thunder Rosa's story's done yet. We don't know if Hangman Adam Page and CM Punk's story's done with yet or not. We have no idea. Now, obviously, tonight, Punk had a situation where we'll get into it, where somebody came in and looks like is going to be his challenger for Forbidden Door. But like I said, we don't know what's going on. We don't know what's going on from there. No one knows if this is the last time they're going to meet. Come on, AEW isn't creative enough to keep either of those going post Double or Nothing. I don't.
Whoa, what the hell? This guy's
I don't
cracking me
agree.
up right now, man. I can't right now
Yeah,
with this guy.
yeah. He was on his stream talking about how AEW is way too violent. So
I
uh,
mean, to
yeah,
each his own, I guess.
yeah. To each his own. Like I said,
Mhm.
I'm not shitting on anybody's opinion, but getting into getting into AEW, we started out with CM Punk and FTR, and then versus Max Caster and the Gun Club, aka the Ass Boys,
What a
which
great rap.
yeah,
This guy, they need to put a title on them already. I'm sorry. Like
I
before they start to fizzle out or something, like they're gold.
yeah, and I agree. I think I think no matter it looks like the Bucks are uh, it looks like the Bucks are kind of pushing for a tag team title shot. But you know, I would rather see them go with uh, the route of the Acclaimed.
Yeah,
Um,
I think it's time.
yeah, Billy Gunn was pushing Anthony Bowens in a wheelchair. Max Caster, like his rap, and then as they were going, the Gun Club was going to do Bowen's part, but they said it wrong 2 times. They called it
Yeah,
Sacramento, and then they called it San Diego.
they did that on Double or Nothing too, didn't they?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah,
And and then Bowens takes the microphone and says it right, and then yells "Scissor me, Daddy" to
yeah,
Billy Gunn, and I lost my shit. That
dude,
was
it's hysterical. How
hilarious.
long is Bowens out for? Do we know?
I do not. I do not. I want to say it was a torn ligament, wasn't it?
Oh damn, it's gonna be a while.
Yeah. We could fact check that. I'm
I mean,
not.
were there
I'm
those
not too.
tag team title hopes?
Yep. I'm not too sure on that one, but like I said, we can fact check that. Uh, I really enjoyed that hint at a Punk and Billy encounter. That felt cool. That was cool. Um,
I hope we don't get that though. I'm not gonna lie. I don't really want to. I don't really want to see that.
if it's cool, if it's a cool little match on Rampage or something like that, I'd dig it. I wouldn't be opposed to it. Uh, so Caster almost had a major botch in this match. And it reminded me. Do you remember when they flung Enzo Amore and he tried to slide out under the bottom
Oh
rope?
yeah,
You remember
yeah,
that?
yeah,
That's what this almost looked like was going to happen.
yeah. I know what you're
Dax
talking about.
Dax came up from behind him and hit him, and then like when he went into the ropes, I was like, "Oh, don't do that." But yeah, Bowens will be out of action for an undetermined amount of time. Okay,
God damn.
so uh, the the double finisher was fucking awesome. The GTS into FTR's finisher. Cash Wheeler telling Billy to suck it after the match got me. Um, and then Punk and FTR cut an awesome promo after the match. And then Punk brings up New Japan Pro Wrestling and Forbidden Door. And I'll tell you what, if it wasn't going to be Kenta,
Dude, I don't even care who it is, man. It should have been Kenta.
no, if it wasn't going to be Kenta, this is my next best choice.
Should have been Kenta.
It should have been,
I'm so
but
disappointed.
it should have been it should have been Kenta. But Tanahashi versus CM Punk is going to be fucking awesome.
I was really wanting it to be Osprey. I mean, it's like there's just. I mean, Osprey would have been cool too. I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm not like happy. It's gonna be awesome regardless. But
Yeah,
you have already so much build up with Kenta just from them going back and forth of like who's the true owner of the Go to Sleep, and it's like it would have been gold. Would have been
and,
gold.
and Kenta and Kenta has been hinting at it and calling him out on social media. So yeah, no, that's a missed opportunity for them. I think that it should have been, like I said, I think it should have been Kenta, but it is what it is. Um, so here we go, man. They had announced it on social media, and a lot of places, um, started retweeting it when AEW announced that it could be MJF on, or that not that it could be that MJF was going to speak on AEW Dynamite. So let's kind of get into this, man. So to kind of give everybody a timeline and uh, you know, full disclosure here, guys, or like a disclaimer. I'm I'm not I'm not Sean Ross Sapp or Dave Meltzer. I don't fucking claim to be. I read what they report, and we can assume that they know, but we don't know if they know. Nobody knows. So you can say that it's a work, or you can say that it's a shoot, but you don't know. What is being reported was the incident that happened Saturday was 100% a shoot. MJF no show or MJF left a meet and greet with AEW fans, left them hanging high and dry, and when and they didn't bother to tell anybody, they didn't bother to replace anybody. Nobody knew, or to our understanding, nobody knew that it was going to happen. That's why AEW was so like scatterbrained. They were like, what the fuck do we do? Like, we don't know. We can't, like, we don't have anybody to pull, like, to replace. They just let people, like, they just came and told people, like, yo, hey, like, he's not here. So then the word coming out that he no showed that event and that he had scheduled a flight out of Las Vegas. He was leaving. So back the story up to in February, around February, I think. MJF did an interview with Ariel Helwani of ESPN, and in that interview, MJF heavily emphasized on 2024 and going to WWE and getting a big contract and all that stuff. And there was people that were like, "Oh, that pissed Tony Khan off." No, what upset Tony Khan was Tony Khan has told MJF that he can do interviews and he can do them in character, however he wants to do them. However, the only thing that Tony Khan has asked is that MJF give him the common courtesy of letting him know that he is doing these interviews. And supposedly MJF did it without notifying Tony Khan. So there was a dispute there. So obviously, supposedly this dispute had, snowballed, boiled over, and something had happened over the weekend to make MJF go, okay, I'm bouncing. So MJF no shows the meet and greet, books a flight. Somebody books a flight for MJF out of Vegas, and then at 2 o'clock in the morning on my Twitter, I saw somebody report. It was Sean Ross Sapp. Sean Ross Sapp reported that MJF did not get on the plane. So I don't know. Like I said, there's going to be people that are going to say, "Well, it's a work." Then there's people that are going to say it's a shoot. We don't know. I can tell you right now that I think that the reason why we didn't get a better quality match from MJF and Wardlow was because of whatever happened between him and Tony. That's what I think.
I agree with you. I think so too. I think it's legit. I think
Yep.
they're like, well, now you're gonna squash, and
So here's what the report said. The report said that when MJF came to Double or Nothing. They met with MJF, and then they decided whatever they decide. I don't know what they decided. I mean, whether it was he was staying, whatever, but they decided that they were going to make a storyline out of it, which is what brings us to this promo. Now, there's a lot of discussion about why MJF and Tony Khan don't get along. And a lot of people, because MJF plays the character very well, and he talks about his contract in AEW and all that stuff. And supposedly, from what the reports have said from wrestlers and staff in AEW, that Tony Khan has made it very clear that Max is a extremely huge asset to AEW. And when it comes time for him to sign his contract, Tony Khan sees him as a high value player and will pay him very well for it when it comes time to sign his contract. Okay. You know, so that, so why everybody's like, well, it has to do with money and it has to do with Max's contract, the reports are saying otherwise. So there's something, if this is a shoot, I mean, if this is real between Tony and Max, which I think it is, there is something that Tony has done or something Tony has said to Max to make Max be like, I don't want to deal with your shit. And like I said, I think it has to do with Tony publicly coming out and saying how upset he was that Max did that interview with Ariel Hawani and didn't ask permission. And I think that pissed Max off because Max is kind of used to doing his own thing, you know. So again, if again though, Tony told MJF like, hey, you can do these interviews and you can play the character and you can talk about WWE and you can talk about 2024 all you want. The only thing I ask is that you let us know when you're doing these interviews. And I guess supposedly Tony found out about the Ariel Hawani interview on social media. So
Regardless, you already know my view on MJF. This guy can't walk. You pay him whatever the fuck you got to pay him. That
oh
was
yeah, absolutely.
that was the best promo I've seen since the pipe bomb. It's probably better than the pipe bomb in my opinion because this guy was just shitting on freaking
Yeah.
Tony. Like I've never heard a promo like that. Like I don't even know how Tony can sit back there and listen to the shit that he was spilling and let him go as long as he let him go.
Vince has done it for years.
I mean, I
So
know, man, but that was rough. That was
yeah.
rough. This guy was taking shots at Tony, bringing in WWE guys. Is Mark on Twitter? Try to tag him. You could do my personal. It's MCRUZ2189. I don't have a Pro Wrestling Kingpin Twitter.
MCRUZ two one nine.
2189 2189. Um, but yeah, man, that promo, like I'm sitting here, it's like every couple seconds I'm like, oh shit, and I'm just there like, oh shit, again. It's just like that promo was insane. It was insane. And so if you can
So
see, you can see my dog's back here. All right,
yeah.
when I swear, he thinks I'm yelling at him. So I'm there sitting there like, oh shit, and you see my dog like, oh shit, just like is it me? Like it was messed up. And for Tony Khan to just let him go as long as he did, dude, you got to pay this man. There's no way you could
Yeah.
allow this guy to go to WWE. I don't
No,
care if it's a shoot
and
or if it's a work. 2024 comes, MJF needs to be given the world. Like,
no, and like I said, according to all the reports, Tony has said on multiple occasions that he will pay Max. That is, that Max isn't going anywhere. He's going to pay him. And so, and like I said, that's according to Sean Ross Sapp. He said that's what wrestlers. Uh,
yes, I am. I am from Chicago. I will be
yeah,
at
yeah.
Forbidden Door, buddy. I
Greg, are
won't be
you
at
going
Hell.
to
I won't be at Hell in a Cell though.
Greg?
Sorry.
Greg, are you going to Forbidden Door, sir? But like I said, Sean Ross Sapp, mentioning that his sources, both wrestlers and staff in AEW, have mentioned that Tony has no problem paying MJF. So I don't think Maxwell's issue is with a contract. I think that Max knows he's going to get the contract, but uh, I think, like I said, I think Max's issue with Tony and AEW is a little bit more personal than that, than about a contract.
I mean,
Um,
the only thing that scares me, so I think Tony is gonna just try to pony up whatever the dough is, and Tony has a limited amount of cash. He can go toe to toe with Vince McMahon if he really wants to try to go in
yeah,
this bidding war.
yeah.
But
The,
AEW is still young, okay, and AEW doesn't have the amount of reach that WWE has.
yeah.
So yeah, Tony Khan can pay him, but to be a bigger mega worldwide star, MJF could only do that in WWE.
So,
At this
uh,
moment in time, though, of course, I
at,
think AEW is going to grow, and
yeah, yeah.
MJF could be
They're
crucial to helping
it's
them
three
grow.
it's 3 years. Like
Yeah, for
it's
sure, for sure.
yeah. I don't know if
TK could
TK.
buy
I
WWE
don't
if he
know if
wanted to.
TK. I don't know if TK could, but I think the Khan family could. I
I
think.
mean,
I
WWE
think.
is about to be sold to Disney. I mean, you're gonna have. I don't think anybody
You
wants to
think?
work for Disney,
You think Disney's gonna buy it?
dude. They already got their video library overseas. It is on WWE is shown overseas on Disney Plus. You know that, right?
I did not know that.
Yeah.
I did
So
not know that.
they already have part ownership as far as that. So yeah, bro. Yeah, bro. So Disney is going to be owned eventually. If Vince McMahon decides to sell, which there's all these reports that he's thinking about selling and blah blah blah. You're gonna be watching WWE overseen by Disney. That's what you're gonna be
So,
watching. And you think MJF and the Miz and all these people are gonna be cutting fucking promos on the Disney Channel? Sorry, buddy.
well, they, hey guy, they've got Wilson Fisk as Kingpin on Daredevil on Disney Plus now. So,
Yeah, go check that out because that's amazing.
absolutely.
It's
Uh,
amazing.
I saw I saw a I saw Multiverse of Madness finally today.
Oh, did you?
Yeah,
How'd you like that?
I did. I liked it, man. I did.
That's a discussion for another time. That's amazing.
Absolutely. So, the MJF promo, I will tell you, it reminded me of something when I was watching it, and older wrestling fans will know what I'm talking about.
Sorry, I
There
got the Cubs
was
in the background. Cubs just walked off.
uh, when
So it's being reported every single MJF tweet by AEW has been removed by AEW. Really?
it was that day.
Was it that day?
So, the day of Double or Nothing, they put a
Okay.
promo. They put a promo package between him and Wardlow out there, and then AEW removed it later.
Oh, okay, okay.
So, like I said, I know this is after tonight. Interesting. Well,
Really?
so now to like I said,
It could be
we
just
go.
be forwarding the narrative now. I
Yes,
mean,
and exactly. So this is what the reports are saying. Sunday they came to terms on what they
so thanks
what
for the
what they
follow,
were
buddy.
going to do. Uh, they came to terms on what they were going to do, and then they decided, hey, we're gonna make a story out of this. So that's why his mic got cut tonight. They cut to commercial. When they came back from commercial, uh, the commentary team no sold it, and then that would make sense that they're deleting tweets now mentioning MJF.
I mean,
So
yeah. I mean,
the
you got to further the narrative, and I think if you're gonna
yeah.
do this, though, this has to be long term
However,
storytelling.
here's my problem with this.
Oh shit! Here we go.
I don't fucking want Tony Khan on TV at all. Not that I don't think he could. I think Tony Khan could play a character, but I think it's too early.
I think
It's
having
way
him
too
on
early.
TV would be good it's not if it's not live. Like if they have like a video package that
Yeah,
they've
Tony's not.
recorded so he could practice and rehearse as opposed to
Yeah,
doing something live with MJF, you
exactly,
know. But you could still
exactly.
portray it as it's happening live, obviously. You just put it, like it's a backstage type deal that they pre-recorded and show it for everyone. You know what I mean? I think if it's
Yep,
that might be good.
I agree. I wholeheartedly agree. Um, so the promo in itself was fantastic. I loved how he went, and it reminded me for us older wrestling fans, if anybody can remember, there was a promo that Ric Flair did when they reintroduced the Four Horsemen with Mongo, Benoit, Malenko, and Flair. And Flair was coming back from hiatus, and he cut a promo on Bischoff. And this is what that promo reminded me of. MJF was very Flair like in his promo. I mean, the veins were popping. He was yelling. He was, yep, Raz knows exactly what I'm talking
The
about.
Bischoff Flair promo from Nitro. Yep.
Yep,
I mean, MJF is very Flair like regardless. I mean, I know
yep,
everyone he gets the comparisons with like the Miz because CM Punk said he was like the Miz, but he reminds me a
yeah.
lot of Flair regardless.
Do you know what's funny? And you know what? If you did, you did. I don't really care. But I didn't hear a fucking person compare MJF to the Miz until CM Punk did it.
Yep. Yep.
Never, never heard anybody. Never. Now everybody does it. Now
Exactly.
everybody does it.
I mean, you still
So
see the comparisons here and there. I think, now that he kind of like pointed it out, but I've always gotten since his time in AEW, I've always gotten Flair vibes with him, man.
yeah.
100%.
Um, so that's what this promo reminded me of. Like I said, I didn't want to get too much into Double or Nothing on here, but obviously the MJF story was huge. It shook a lot of wrestling shit this weekend. Um, you know, I and so I was like, well, I don't think we can pass up talking about it. I think we gotta at least bring that part up. Um, Other than that, man, I really enjoyed the promo. Um,
Loved it.
I am very interested to see where this goes.
I think you
Like
got
I
to do
said,
long term storytelling with it, man. I think it's got you got to kind of you got this whole 2024 narrative that he's been spewing for years anyway. So like, why not just run with it? I mean, you don't necessarily have to drop a promo with Tony, but you could just keep talking shit about it constantly. You know what I mean? Where eventually maybe he does a match for his contract, in 2024 or some shit. I don't know, something. But I mean, it can go on for a while, kind of like I'm not saying it's gonna be like this, but this is just maybe like like a Stone Cold Vince McMahon type deal. They've hated each other forever. I mean,
yeah,
you could still kind of
that's what
go
I'm.
that
That's what I'm.
route.
That's what I'm afraid of.
Oh, you don't
I'm
want it to be that
afraid.
way. You don't want it to be that way.
I don't want Tony Khan in a story. I don't like. I don't want him on
He
TV. I
doesn't
don't
have to
want
be
him
on
in.
live TV, like I said. I
Yeah,
mean, it could be all backstage types deals or something quick.
yeah.
But he's definitely awkward on live TV. I mean, I agree with you on that. Like having him on
Yeah.
live TV and being on, yeah, I agree on that. He's definitely he's no Vince for sure.
No,
He's
no,
very
he's
awkward.
not. Yeah, he's not a camera. He's not a camera guy.
Yeah,
Um, you know, so I would just prefer that they.
his interviews
Uh,
are funny.
yeah, like, and it's weird too
He's very
because
eccentric. It's like,
yeah, he's
yeah,
he's very eccentric.
yeah.
And I've made my stance on that, and I don't. I'm. Oh no! There goes my camera. Oh man, technical difficulties, ladies and gentlemen. Man, not really technical difficulties. More or less just a shitty. shitty tripod. I got to get a new one. Anyways,
Someone
so
in my chat said he could bring out guys to fight and go after MJF.
are we assuming that MJF would be the babyface here and Khan would be the heel?
That's what I'm saying. I was like, I mean, that'd be cool, but it's like you're doing a whole. I don't think MJF could ever be a face. Much how John Cena was always a face for his entire career. I think MJF stays heel his entire career, and I don't want to see him as a face. I can't even
Yeah,
picture him as a face.
yeah.
Yeah,
He tried to play that face role with Cody
yeah.
until he turned on Cody, and it was like I don't know. I wasn't a big fan of that, but so moving on in Dynamite, we had the Johnny Elite Open Challenge.
Man, I don't understand this. This guy is just. He's not all elite, all right, and he's coming out here just jobbing out. Like I don't get the move, man. I don't get the move. You job out to Samoa Joe. You job out for Miro's return. So am I going to see him in a couple weeks again, getting jobbed out to somebody else? Maybe Rotunda or something. I
I
mean, like, come on. I don't know. I just don't get why he's just getting paid for these appearances just to job out. I don't know. And he's not. And I don't know if he's going to sign with All Elite Wrestling or not. Like these are clearly just one and done matches.
supposedly he did.
Did he? Is there a graphic finally?
I thought there was. I
I
thought
didn't
that was
see.
what they. I thought that's what they said was is that he's all elite now.
I mean, because his
Um,
name's fucking Johnny Elite.
yeah, I don't know.
You fact checking?
I Yeah, I am. I knew it was going to be Miro when I
Lana,
saw.
the
Yeah, I
Lana
saw
tweet.
Lana tweet
Yeah,
out that she was going to be watching Dynamite tonight, and
yeah.
I was like, "Fuck, dude,
Well,
it's gonna be."
I'm glad she was watching it and not there. I don't want to see Lana anywhere near AEW.
uh, all right. Let's see here.
God, I hate the Brewers. But yeah,
Yeah,
I definitely don't want Lana anywhere near AEW. She can tweet all she wants. She sucks. The man of
I'm
many
not a huge
names
fan.
added a new one last night as Johnny Lee John Morrison made his debut on AEW Dynamite taking on Samoa Joe in an OR Cup match, but don't be expecting Johnny Lee graphic just yet. PW Insider reported this morning that Johnny Lee hasn't signed with AEW at this time, while also noting the door was open for future appearances. Yeah,
Well, I knew they had said that, but I thought I read today or yesterday that he was that Johnny Elite was all elite and to celebrate him being all elite, he was issuing an open challenge to the locker room or
I mean,
something like that.
maybe his name.
Yeah,
I don't know.
I don't know.
I haven't seen like a all elite graphic or anything like that. I don't know.
Yeah. Um,
But if he is all elite and he's coming in 0-2 and just jobbing out to these bigger stars, I mean, he should have just took his ass back to Impact then. Like
he's
that
way
was my
too
fear. That
he's
was my
way too
fear.
fucking talented
That's what I'm
to
saying.
be
That's what I'm
jobbing
saying.
out to people.
That's what I'm saying.
So
Like I remember a couple weeks ago we were talking about like who the Joker was gonna be. It's like I was worried it was gonna be Cesaro. You know, what's happening to Johnny Elite right now is what I was afraid of what it was gonna happen to Cesaro. I feel like he's coming into a loaded roster. He's gonna be the one to job out and he's just gonna be, lost in the shuffle just like he was in WWE.
oh, so it looks like he's not. Says
After earning his first AEW win last weekend, Johnny Elite returned. Wait, what? Who did he
this
beat?
was he wrestled on Rampage, didn't he?
Did he? Did I miss that?
I have no idea. I'm very confused. He
He
wrestled
wrestled
on
on
Dark.
Dark. Oh, that's why I don't
Okay.
watch that shit. I was about to say I don't know. So it doesn't make sense. So
so I get that Miro wanted to return. I'll be honest with you. I don't think that I don't think the I don't think that they did this. Um, and you can say what you want, but I don't think this was the original plan.
For Miro, the Redeemer.
Yep. I don't think it was the original plan. I think they did this on purpose because you brought up Rotunda. Did you see Rotunda's tweets yesterday?
I did. I already have a few videos ready on my TikTok talking about it.
Yep. Yep.
He's ready. I don't think he goes anywhere else besides AEW WWE. I don't think he's going to Impact. I don't think Impact can afford him.
I
It's
don't
it's.
think I don't think he's going to Impact either, and I don't think he's going to AEW. I
I
think
think he might
he's
return, man.
I think he's going back to WWE.
I think so too. As much as I
And
don't want him to,
which is which is cool. Like if he has sat down with somebody at WWE and they've talked out their issues or their differences or whatever. Um, you know, I think in order for him to return to WWE, he needs to let them know, like, hey, this is my character, and I need to have this. And I think WWE might be open to it, and the reason why is because of Cody.
yeah, I was just about to say that I think they'll be more open to it because of Cody, and they're more
Yep.
open to it because now there is other competition.
I think a lot of people I think a lot of people or that I know that they have heard people complain about how Rotunda was released, let go, whatever. And I think that if he goes back to WWE, I think it would be in his best interest to say that this is my character and this is what I want done with it. Whether it's the Fiend or it's you know the Swamp Messiah, whatever you know whatever version of Bray Wyatt we get. I think if he goes back to WWE, he needs to tell them like, hey, this is me. This is how I want to do it. And they should do the same thing that they did with Cody. Somebody needs to tell Vince like, hey, let him do it.
I don't want him there, man. I want to be the basic AEW guy right now. I want him to come to AEW. I want him to go to fucking lead the Dark Order so the Dark Order can do something. Otherwise, I don't want to see the Dark Order anymore because
I
I
so
hate
I
this
was
fucking face Dark Order. It drives me nuts.
I I was with you. I was with you, but then you know, um, dude, there's just a massive problem with so many faces in AEW right now,
That's what I'm saying. It's like give me
and
give me Rotunda, let him be the heir, let the Dark Order, I don't know, actually be dark, because it's their fucking name, and let Bray Wyatt just or Rotunda, take control. Let him do what he's got to do. Otherwise, I don't want to see the Dark Order anymore, man. You're ruining my boy Evil Uno. Like his name's Evil Uno. How is Evil Uno a damn face?
so
Like, come
problem we
on.
have then is Hob. What is Hob?
Problem we have then is Hob. Hob Hob. I have no idea what Hob is.
Huh.
Oh,
House
House
of
of Black.
Black. Gotcha. Yeah, and that would be a fantastic feud. House of Black versus the Dark Order with Rotunda. Yeah, I mean,
It's
I
I,
could see it, and it sounds cool, but like I said, man, like, well, okay, you bring Rotunda in, you let him take over the Dark Order. Even if you don't let him take over the Dark Order, let's completely wipe the Dark Order off the table.
then I don't want him in
You
AEW
bring okay,
because he's gonna get
okay.
lost in the shuffle. He's gonna get lost in the shuffle.
I mean, would he get lost in the shuffle if he was with the Dark Order?
I don't think so, man. Because you start bringing all these teams together. You have the trios belt looming. There's so much. There's so much more you can do. I'm a big faction guy. There's so much more you can do with faction. That's why I love Chris Jericho. Of course, I love Chris Jericho. I got to bring my love for Chris Jericho in this chat at least once. But
We're headed there. So
oh, I you know I got
it's
a lot
coming
to
up
say.
next. It's coming up next.
You know I got a lot to say. But I'm a big advocate for factions, okay? Just like when we were growing up and we were watching the Attitude Era, it was factions. They don't need belts. They don't need to be involved in a championship feud necessarily. Look at the whole Combat Club versus the Jericho Society, and it's like you don't need all that. So everything can be fresh, and you can have fresh feuds with the House of Black and all these teams that AEW has, where he wouldn't really get lost in the shuffle. But bring him in as a single star, you have all these single stars by themselves right now. You got Samoa Joe, you got Lethal, you got all these guys. You know, it's just like where do we go? You know, you got CM Punk, you got Hangman there, you got Omega potentially coming back at house at here in Chicago for Forbidden Door. Like you have all these single stars where if he would just come back as a singles competitor, I don't know where he will be. Sammy Guevara, I mean the names go on. MJF, you don't know, but you put him in a team or in a faction setting, you could have those feuds there until he's ready to, maybe compete for a singles title or anything like that. That's my argument for it. But if you just bring him back by himself, doing his thing, I don't know. Like, do you have to push him to the moon right away, or do you have him do this whole Johnny League garbage where he's coming to job out? And it's like, okay, what's the point? Which is why if he's not coming back for Dark Order or doing some type of faction, then he should just go to WWE, where I believe WWE needs the help regardless, because it's just, I mean, I don't want to make this a WWE chat, but I mean, did you watch Raw yesterday? It was terrible. So it was so boring. It was so
I skipped
boring.
it.
It was so
Skipped
boring.
it.
So it's like you need something fresh in WWE. So if Rotunda doesn't come with his own faction or takes over Dark Order, I really don't want to see him because he's just gonna get lost.
Yep.
Because you're not
Agreed.
gonna come and be like, okay, well, you're gonna be CM Punk after CM Punk just got. It's about to be Summer Punk, so he's not going for the World Championship. I mean, you could throw him in the TNT, but I mean, TNT right now is, I don't know. I
Yep.
mean, it's, or yeah, I mean, I don't know. It's hard for me to book Rotunda as a single competitor in AEW with all the talent that they have right now, especially with
Exactly.
Rampage only being an hour show,
Yep.
and it's hard for me to see him being successful if he's not on a team or in a faction. So many opinions I have.
So
Let
the
us know, man.
Jarek
Let us know.
I think Raz is waiting for me to post that link. So uh
Someone in my chat says they hope they bring the Bullet Club to AEW. Well, you'll probably see him for Forbidden Door, buddy.
yeah,
That's for sure.
absolutely. I think that's an absolute. Uh, the Jericho Appreciation Society. I swear we could do an entire 24-hour show with the opinions.
It's
I
fucking gold.
agree.
It's fucking
I
gold.
agree.
It's
You
so
talking about the
amazing.
you talking about this Jericho Appreciation Society segment?
He's a damn wizard.
So let me get into this. So they call it the AEW Galaxy,
Oh
which
my
is
god.
fucking hilarious.
Dude, I love it so much. Oh my god.
Then Angelo Parker says, "Appreciate us."
Is that
Very
not a
similar,
knock? Is that not a knock?
very similar to an
Acknowledgement.
acknowledgement that
Hell
some
yeah.
other guys say. Jericho says, "What kind of man burns another man?" Like Jericho hasn't been fucking throwing fireballs at dudes for the past few weeks.
Dude, it's just, oh god. He's amazing.
Uh, and then um, I
My thought went straight to Kane. I mean,
yeah.
Kane never threw
Uh,
fireballs like Jericho.
yeah, Jericho has thrown like 4 or 5 fireballs at people.
Dude, it's amazing.
Um,
It's fucking gold. Every time he comes out now, I'm just like, man, please let me see another fireball. Yeah, he burnt JR. Yeah, for sure.
yeah,
I mean,
they like I said yeah. Um, and then
and
there was
Danny Garcia, part of that team. I think he's my favorite part in there now because he's gonna get pushed. I mean, you saw
yeah,
him in the main event tonight. I know we're not there yet, but I mean, Danny Garcia being part of the JAS, I think is
Let,
huge for him. It's creating a star. The guy
and
could flat out wrestle.
yes, Daniel Garcia is a phenomenal talent in the ring, phenomenal.
Yeah.
And putting him with Jericho is not going to boom. There it is. Scotty is a little bit quicker at typing than I am talking,
With
because I've
Sammy of
said it.
JAS. Yeah, for
Yeah,
sure.
Jericho, in having Daniel Garcia in the Jericho Appreciation Society with Jericho, is going to do the same thing for Daniel Garcia that it did for Sammy Guevara in the Inner Circle.
I mean, it's
Um,
basically that they're built the same. I mean, Proud and Powerful are gone. Now you got these other two jokers,
yeah,
and then you got Danny Garcia, which is, the new Sammy Guevara, and you still got, Hager back there just
yep,
being the muscle, and that's it.
yep,
It's the same thing, but now them being entertainers, and you got Jericho
yeah,
fucking throwing fireballs at people. It's hysterical.
yeah. Um, so then, they're talking and cutting their promo. And then, we get Eddie Kingston out there, and we get our good friend, uh,
Eddie,
William.
man, I love him
Yeah,
too. Oh man, this is, you really don't know how much like this feud is breaking my heart right now because like I want Jericho just to shit on everyone, but at the same time, it's like my boy Eddie out here, and I want Eddie to finally get the respect that he deserves.
yeah,
It's just like, God damn.
I agree. I agree. But as Eddie comes out and they're talking, Eddie has Eddie has one thing in mind, and I think, it's funny. We talked about it. We talked about, like, hey, is it going to be Stadium Stampede or is it going to be Blood and Guts? And uh, Eddie comes out immediately and says, "I want you," or he was like, "I want your ass in Blood and Guts." And
I'm gonna cry that day. I don't think they're ever gonna do a stadium stampede again. I mean, I know I forgot where I
no,
saw it, but
they can't. They can't do a Stadium Stampede because, I mean, they would have to.
they would have to do it back in Jacksonville because no other stadium's gonna let them fucking go all the way over
Yeah,
and just destroy their shit.
yeah. Um, but I will show you. I will show you this real quick, because this made me fucking pop, really fucking bad. So, um,
I love Wardlow. How do you think they should build his character going forward? Well, Mike, that's the same thing that we've been talking about for a few weeks now. It's like, where does he go from here? And he came out doing a squash
yeah,
match.
I think that I think they do the exact same thing with him that they've been doing.
Yeah,
I think they continue to give him the Oscar Goldberg treatment, and run with it until it gets, um,
boring.
yeah, absolutely. But anyway,
I'm bored.
um, I'm bored. I'm not yet. I'm not yet.
I told you, man. It's just like, where do you go after MJF? You had this amazing, you know, I know we're getting off track a little bit, but we had this amazing, story, long term storytelling of him and MJF and him defecting of MJF. But now it's done. Who
Yeah,
is Wardlow now? Now it's up to Wardlow. Is Wardlow doesn't seem like he's very comfortable speaking because he reminds me a lot of Roman Reigns in the early days. He's very quick speaking, and then he just does his muscle,
yeah,
and he just in that regard I compare him to Roman Reigns, not Roman Reigns as far as like elite talent right now, but I mean he can be because I think he's pretty good in the ring, if he doesn't do a fucking squash match every 2 seconds. But we're already back to a squash match. I mean, that's exactly what I said was going to happen. I mean, it's just like after MJF, what's going to happen? He's going to go back to doing squash matches and doing power bombs. I mean, I could only see so many power bombs until I get bored of it, man.
yep. I agree. I think that their best option right now is to, um, for Wardlow to proclaim that he's going after that he wants a world championship shot, and for him to run into a roadblock. Whether it's in the form of Sean Spears, MJF again, uh, Lance Archer, um, something to keep Wardlow preoccupied
I think
until.
Wardlow needs to go into another feud right away.
Yep, absolutely,
Because if you just
absolutely.
because at this point
Him, him,
they have at this point they have no direction for him.
yep,
There's
him
no
and
direction.
Miro. Um, you know, the something to keep him preoccupied. But like, hey, in the long distance, down the road, I see a title shot, but right now I've got to deal with these roadblocks. So
You know what? I would like to see him say, "I want a title shot" now that he's defected. I mean, because we saw this whole right now the whole little storyline of him being fucked with is still not over, considering he just got issued a subpoena today or something, right? Or what was that? Like he got what did he get issued? What was that? Um, he was getting sued for beating up the security, right? That's what it was. So I swear, if they bring Archer, I'm gonna fly over there. What the fuck?
beat the shit out of Tony Khan.
But I think maybe the good thing for Wardlow is to go for the title right away. Maybe let him be the first. Like besides, I know not the first. 'Cause I think CM Punk's defending it at Forbidden Door, right? Is that going to be for a title or no? Or is that
I
just
don't think I don't
because
think
he
so.
was signaling for the title when he came out, right?
Tanahashi,
Tanahashi. Yeah, Tanahashi came and he did this.
maybe,
So if that's the case, then Tanahashi's losing. Obviously, I mean CM Punk.
obviously.
CM Punk's definitely not dropping the title in the first pay-per-view. But I think
No,
afterwards, I think Wardlow should be title for the stupid little security guard lawsuit bullshit segment that he's probably going to be doing for the next couple weeks. But I think maybe he should go against CM Punk, and CM Punk should put him over as far as not having it be a fucking squash match and let him actually showcase that he can wrestle. But ultimately, he would lose to CM Punk. But I think that would be a good way because then you'll get the crowd behind him like, damn, this guy could actually be a top star. He's in the ring with CM Punk. I think eventually he has to go against CM Punk. CM Punk will, beat him, of course, but I think it'll be good for Wardlow. Assuming it's not a crappy match. It's gotta be a monster of a match where the crowd gets behind Wardlow, like big time. Unless we get a
unless we
major
get.
swerve with Tana and Punk and Tana takes the belt back to no, that ain't happening. Sorry. I mean, I respect your opinion, but if that happens, I'm gonna fucking riot.
Punk's your boy, but so
You know,
back to your other boy, the Jericho Appreciation Society.
the goat. I'm sorry. I
Um,
don't mean to correct you. You know, I just want you to be correct around here. Just kidding.
so Ortiz,
Mm-hmm.
attacked Jericho,
Mm-hmm.
and cut a piece of his hair
Bastard.
off.
Bastard.
And Ortiz,
The wizard. Oh yeah, man.
Ortiz and Jericho are going to be in a hair versus hair match. And then, like I said,
Shh.
uh,
My dog's dreaming. Sorry.
you're good. Uh, Eddie Kingston mentioned blood and guts, and then we got the old
Oh my god.
in the best way possible.
War games!
Yeah, for sure.
War games!
Man, he should have came out and said blood
War
and guts.
games! War games!
So for those that don't know, or for those that are complete morons, um,
That was the flattest announcement ever.
uh, for those that don't know, or for those that are complete morons, Blood and Guts is War Games. War Games was a Dusty Rhodes creation, and Cody did everything he could to get it in AEW. Um, he wanted to get it under the name of the Match Beyond, because that's what it was originally billed as when Dusty first created it. And then they wound up going with Blood and Guts. I am super excited for this because I think that this one will be 20 times better than the Inner Circle versus uh, um,
Pinnacle.
the Pinnacle.
Um, that was amazing though. I don't know. That's a tough. I don't know if you like the first one, but the first Blood and Guts with the Pinnacle and
I did. I loved it.
it was fucking amazing, man. It was
Yep.
amazing.
I think this one. I think with Eddie Kingston, John Moxley. I think
It,
this one will be
it's
a lot
legitimately
better.
gonna be Blood and Guts.
Yep. Yep.
Legit.
Yeah.
I
Uh,
mean that's I mean, not to go back to Double or Nothing, but when fucking Eddie came out off the stage and he was just all bloody and he had the fucking gasoline tank and
Zombie Eddie.
oh my
Zombie Eddie.
god, dude, that was amazing. It was
Yeah.
amazing. I was like,
I love.
holy
I
shit.
loved that. I loved that whole thing. I thought it was. I thought. I thought Justin Roberts coming out there and going. I thought Justin Roberts doing the whole shit's about to hit the fan,
Yeah.
and then Moxley's music just playing nonstop was just awesome. So, uh, super excited. I will. I will. I did want to complain about something. So the Jericho hair versus hair match
How dare
is
you?
is like in fucking July.
Is it?
Yeah, they showed the thing for it. The hair versus hair match is in July, and then Blood and Guts is at the end of June, June 29th.
Maybe they fucked up. I think it was like a typo because the promo was clearly stated as like, in order for you to get Blood and Guts, we got to do the hair versus hair first. So I think the idiots that were back in the freaking chalk fucked up.
I hope so because they didn't announce it until later in the show. They announced it. They announced it later in the show. Oh, because it's Beach Bash. Beach Bash. Uh,
We're gonna have to check the timeline here because because Blood and Guts is in Michigan, right? And that's at the end of June.
yep, June 29th. June 29th.
Wait, is it June 29th? Yeah, June
Yep.
29th because June 26th is Forbidden Door, I believe. And that's Saturday. I forget what day. Yeah, dude, it's got to be it's got to be check the date. So they said July what for the hair versus hair.
Hold on. July something.
So I don't know. I it's got to be in June. It's got to be this. It was the next couple weeks because it doesn't make sense. I think someone messed up in the truck. I gotta get me a
Hari?
Jericho's a wizard shirt.
Uh, it's Road Rager. Road Rager, July 15th, St. Louis, Missouri.
But then Blood and Guts is at the end of June.
June 29th.
Look up July 15th real quick. See if that's a Wednesday.
It is.
Oh shit.
Yep.
I don't know.
Live. It says live Wednesday, July 15th from St. Louis, Missouri. Road Rager, hair
But is
versus
that
hair.
15th an actual Wednesday though, or are you just looking at a graphic? Like, does the calendar actually? I'm trying to think maybe if it's like a typo. Like maybe they messed up. They meant to put June instead of July. Because what if July 15th is like a Friday or something, or like a Thursday, and they fucked up?
Okay, I get what you're saying. I get what you're
Yeah.
saying. I think you're right. Yeah, I think you're right.
What?
Because July 15th is a Friday.
Yeah. So unless they're doing it on Rampage,
They're not. I mean,
and you said the graphic said Dynamite
yeah.
Wednesday.
Uh,
Yeah. No, they messed up.
let's share.
It,
Let's
sh- it,
share
it
the.
probably should have been June 15th.
Yeah, we'll share the. See,
Yeah, I don't know. I think they messed up.
I think they did too, because
Yeah.
like I said, it says live Wednesday, July 15th. July 15th is a Friday,
Yeah, no.
so
No. July 5th.
yeah,
I think it was probably see if June 15th is a Wednesday.
it is.
There you
It's
go.
in
Yeah,
yeah,
they messed up.
it's in two
AEW should come
weeks.
pay me. You could reward me by letting me see Jericho live front row. Make it happen, Tony.
That is hilarious.
Yeah. Yeah, they messed that up.
Fuck
Stupid.
yeah, they did. Okay, so the broadcast team announced it. Hmm. Yeah, I was looking at an article on WrestleZone just now. They retracted the June 29th, but I haven't seen anything from AEW that shows that they retracted it. So I'm kind of confused on how that works.
I mean, it's definitely not in July. Chris Jericho
Yeah,
straight up said, in order to get blood and guts, you got to fight me hair versus hair. That's got to happen before blood and guts. So
yeah, that's
we're
funny.
we're getting that match in 2 weeks, and
Two
I think
weeks.
and I think Jericho's gonna lose
You
because
think so?
that hair looks nasty. Sorry, he's too old for that shit. I love him, man, but it's too old for that shit. Sorry, Jericho, if you ever see this, I love you.
That's great. It does look pretty nappy, but
Dude, man,
uh,
he's too old
I
for
just
that.
don't know if I don't know if I see him shaving it though. That's kind of crazy.
I mean, he had his short hair for a little bit when he was doing the list of Jericho. You remember that?
Yeah.
I mean, it was short. I don't know.
So the next match we have here is a 10-man tag team match, and this was a damn good match. I
Oh wait,
enjoyed
hold on.
this.
I'm sorry. Yo, Jericho's losing that match 100%. The promo he said in order for you to get blood and guts, we gotta get hair versus hair, and whoever wins, then they probably do the whole fucking blood and guts thing. Jericho's losing that match. He's got it right.
I mean, you would think so. I just don't know if I could see Jericho. I could actually. That makes all the sense in the world.
Did
Jericho.
Jericho's promo? Did he say that in order to get blood and guts that he'd have to win hair versus hair, or they just have to do a hair versus hair?
Let's do it. Let's find out here.
Because if he has to win the hair versus hair match, then Jericho's 100 million% losing
Yeah.
because blood and guts is happening. So
I think they. I don't know if he. Let's find out. Let's find out.
hey, bud.
Don't get banned. That's.
Oh shit.
I appreciate that, Scott. 'Cause-
Let's just table it so we don't get banned here. All right, we'll table it. We'll figure it out. I mean, regardless, we've come to the conclusion that the hair versus hair match is definitely happening before
yeah.
fucking blood and guts.
Yeah. Yeah.
AEW
That.
was hard on their media being played on Twitch. Yeah, don't do that then. Yeah, we're good. I mean, you don't gotta do that. I
Yeah.
mean, it's not a
Do
necessity.
they?
We're getting blood and guts regardless, so it's not that big of a deal. So
Yeah. They went ham on Sunday. Heel Kevin was. It was like the reflection was in like the glass. He had like some glass behind him, and the reflection of the TV was in the glass, and his audio was a little loud, and they shut his whole Twitch down,
oh
and then he
damn.
he appealed he appealed it. Luckily they came in quick with the appeal. Um, like I think he was streaming for Monday Night Raw like the next night. So they came through in the clutch on the appeal, but like dude, they shut it down. Like, and they were shutting a lot of people down. So which you understand. I mean, obviously He got a 48-hour ban, but got the appeal. Yep.
Yeah, let's not bring that in here. We're okay.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah, I'm good.
we get the point regardless. I mean,
Yeah.
Jericho's probably gonna lose his luscious hair. Poor guy.
Yep. That sucks. So this 10-man tag, Jurassic Express, Matt Hardy, Christian, and Darby Allin. So Darby filled in for Jeff Hardy because Jeff is injured. And then they fought Kyle O'Reilly, Bobby Fish, the Young Bucks, and Hikuleo.
Hikuleo.
Hikuleo
Hikuleo.
from New Japan Wrestling.
Uh-huh.
So, like I said, this was a damn good match. Luchasaurus, has some good showcase in it.
Source is good, man. He's a good big man. He's
He-
like a creative player in a wrestling game doing fucking high fly moves, and he's freaking, damn near fucking 6'5", 6'6".
he gets a lot of hate, and I just don't understand. I don't get it.
I just don't like how he growls in his promos. I'm not a fan.
Part of the gimmick.
Not a fan.
Part of the gimmick.
Yeah, I mean,
But
don't say anything.
there's a thing that like WWE fanboys love to do, where they're like, there was this meme that went around for a while that's like Luchasaurus has more 5-star rated matches than Triple H does, and I'm like, well, there's context to that. Number one, who he was in the matches with were 5 stars. And whatever. So, like I said, a lot of people like to bash or hate on Luchasaurus.
I love Luchasaurus. I just don't want to.
I think he's a great big guy. He's very agile. He's entertaining. I'd like to see him and Jungle Boy lose the tag team titles. I think they've had them long enough, but
to who?
A bunch of people.
To who? Who's your
Acclaimed.
number one? They're not. I mean, we don't have Bowens. We don't have Bowens.
FTR, the Acclaimed.
Real quick, besides the TNT, has any other championship had a repeat champion yet?
I don't think so.
No, right?
I don't think so.
Obviously, we've only had 5 AEW World Champions.
Yep.
We've had 5 or 6 women's champions. No, maybe less. I'm trying to think who was champions. Who got Hikaru Shida? What's her name?
Riho.
Riho, the big girl.
There was Riho, Nyla Rose.
Yeah, Nyla Rose. There you go. I couldn't remember her name for the life of me.
So Riho, Nyla Rose,
Britt
Shida.
Britt, Hikaru Shida, and now Thunder Rosa, right?
Yep.
So it's 5. So we've had only 5 women's champions, and then the tag team titles have jumped around, but there hasn't been any repeat besides TNT. Then you had Cody being a fucking 4-time TNT champion, and then you had Sammy going back and forth. So do you think it's time for a repeat tag team champion then? So if there was not somebody new to take the title, because I think we're in agreement that it should be the Acclaimed, but we don't know when Bones is going to be ready, so it's not going to be the Acclaimed, I don't think. So do you give it to somebody new, or do you give it to somebody who's already been champion?
I was going to say that, Acclaimed is just one of them. If you're asking me who the next should be, I don't know, man. That's a hard.
I want to see the Varsity Blondes just on TV.
I think it's over for them, my friend. I think it's over
because they took away Julia Hart and
so they took away Julia Hart, and you have to ask yourself, okay, so they took away Julia Hart from the Varsity Blondes, put her with the House of Black from Double or Nothing.
Long-term storytelling. Where's your man at? Is he gone already? Yeah, he's talking about that was long-term. That was like 7 months right there of her little heel turn.
So much love to Greg, man, but he
Pride and Powerful.
Yes, Pride and Powerful Were they tag team champs? Okay, I could see Pride and Powerful doing it. Um,
I have a feeling that eventually it's going to be Mox and Danielson. They're the number 2 ranked team right now.
I don't know, man.
I don't
What I
want them.
do
I don't want to see it though.
what I do I don't know. I don't know who I would want to see as the next AEW Tag Team Champions. I just think that it is time for something fresh.
Okay.
Um, you know, we'll get to it in this match. The Bucks have talked about wanting to go back after the tag team titles. Talked about getting a shot. What I'm here's what I'm here's what I've been hoping for since Kyle O'Reilly showed up in AEW. And that is I wanted I want to see the Bucks against Kyle O'Reilly and Bobby Fish. And it's weird because they acted like they were gonna. It's weird because they teased the Bucks turning.
I don't think it's gonna happen until Omega comes back.
You think so?
And because I think they're all gonna try to be the undisputed elite together, and then you're eventually gonna get the Adam Cole versus Omega that everyone wanted in New Japan. I don't know if you watched. Like, I'm not a big New Japan watcher anymore.
I
But
am.
you are okay. I
Yeah.
like. I mean, obviously, I know I'll see clips here and there. I don't really actively watch. It's just too much wrestling content. I don't got time. I. It's just the wife talking shit. It's just like whatever. Anyway, don't
Yeah.
get me started. Don't clip that.
I got you, my friend.
But I mean, if you remember, when Adam Cole signed that contract, he was leaving New Japan. He was going to WWE for NXT, whatever.
Yep.
They had kicked him out of Bullet Club.
Yep.
You never got that Omega versus where am I going here? Adam Cole
Yep.
fallout match because he was gone. So
Yep.
I think they all try to be this one big happy family when Omega finally does come back. And obviously you got to ease Omega back because I mean he's still probably not even going to be 100% because they were teasing him coming back in Chicago this month and he's still not 100%, I guess.
Yeah.
But he'll probably come back, maybe do a promo, or whatever. I mean, you got to have him there for the New Japan thing. I mean, he's going to be there. I
Yep.
think he's going to be there. Anyway,
So
but he
so
comes back
this
and they do this thing, and I believe they eventually break up, leading to maybe like a 3-on-3 match with obviously Cole and what are they called, Red Dragon, and
Yep.
and then you got the Bucks and Omega, which also will eventually lead to those two tag teams having their match, and of course Omega versus Adam Cole 1-on-1. I
Yeah.
think that's eventually how it's going to play out.
Yeah. I would love for it to. I would love for Forbidden Door to end with um Switchblade, uh the Good Brothers, all those New Japan like Bullet Club guys that were Bullet Club that still are kind of Bullet Club, OG Bullet Club, current Bullet Club, everybody except for God, because I mean it's pretty clear that everybody still kind of gets along, other than God. So have those guys have like a big reunion. They beat the shit out of somebody, whether it's Punk. Actually, that would be perfect if Kenta came out with other Bullet Club people and beat the shit out of Punk after his match with Tanahashi, and they just did like an old school like WCW Nitro NWO beatdown, and then Kenny Omega's music hits and he appears at the top of the ramp, and then the pay-per-view ends.
I mean, that'd be awesome. Omega's got to be there. I'm not saying
Yeah.
he's got to wrestle,
Yep.
but
Exactly.
Omega's got to be there. If
Yep.
Omega's not there, I will riot.
Yep. That's just stupid.
Yeah, you
Unless
have to.
unless we're gonna do unless you plan on doing like a New Japan Pro Wrestling AEW pay per view again, like if you plan on doing multiple a year, then I would be okay with it.
I
But
know Forbidden Door, they wanted to do like a once a year thing that's going to be like a
yeah,
permanent pay per
yeah,
view,
that's why
but it's
if
not going
it's
to be
a
necessarily be like New Japan. It could be like other promotions and stuff like that.
yeah.
Yeah.
So if they're only going to do this New Japan AEW thing one time a year or just this one time, then Kenny Omega better fucking be there. Or
Omega's got to be there. Jericho's got to be there because Jericho over there was amazing. You know, his match with
the Painmaker.
oh yeah, hell yeah, dude. He's got to come with the Paymaker. And if I don't see
Yeah.
Jericho, I'm gonna be super pissed. Um, do you know as big as a Jericho fan I am? I've never seen him wrestle in person.
I think I think that was you posted a TikTok about that where you were like,
Yep.
I've been in the room with all these people,
hmm I've
and
I've
yeah,
never seen him in person.
that's wild.
hmm Yep. 33 years old. Fucking Jericho. American
American tables
tables or
or Japanese
Japanese?
American tables, please.
We could do half and half. I've
I've
met
met Jared.
Jericho. Get out of this
That's
chat. You just pissed me off.
leave, pack your shit and go. Um. So, uh, at the so they got the Christian did a spear off the apron in this match. The super kick party was pretty damn good that spot. They did the Melter driver for the win. Adam Cole was on commentary. At the end of the match, I thought Christian was going to finally turn.
Yeah, I got that vibe too. I got the vibe
And
too.
then he just got in the ring and it seemed like he was mad at Matt Hardy for whatever stupid reason.
hmm
And then they left. Like it was weird. Like he was like, oh, I guess he was mad at Matt Hardy because Matt Hardy was hugging his friend too. I was
I
just
don't
like,
know. But at this
yeah, it was
point,
weird.
like, I feel like they don't know what to do with Christian. Him being paired with the Jurassic Express is just weird for
I
me.
think that so like here's the problem. And while Greg is not in here, I'm gonna throw this out there. AEW has done a fantastic job of long term storytelling on certain things.
Right,
There are other things that AEW doesn't need long term storytelling for.
right.
It did not need to take 7 months for the Julia Hart shit. That was weird.
And honestly,
And
I don't even really care. Like, to be honest.
I cared at first. I thought it
Yeah,
was cool at first,
yeah. It was too
but then
long.
when they drug it out, I was like, "What the fuck are you waiting for?"
It
It's
was
like
way too long.
this was stupid. Yeah,
Yeah.
like they should have done it like right there. So not everything needs to be a long term story, guys.
Right.
And this was one of those things, or this is one of those things. If Christian is going to turn on Jungle Boy and Luchasaurus, he needs to fucking do it. Like, don't make us wait 4 months, 5 months, 7 months, however long. Like, let's get it over with because they keep teasing it and they keep hinting at it.
I mean,
And then,
it needs to happen because I don't give a shit about Christian right now either.
yeah,
He's just a fucking waste of money. He
yeah,
barely wrestles. He's just
and
there
that's
fucking
and
doing
that's
appearances or whatever the case may be for AEW. I don't even care. I mean,
yeah.
his feud with Omega was brilliant, but ever since his feud with Omega, I don't give a shit.
Well, I think that I think for Christian to have done that, I don't think that was I don't think it's a I think that was Christian's decision to kind of take a step back because
hmm
maybe Christian didn't. Maybe that was the plan. Like, hey, I'll do this program with Kenny, and then I kind of want to, I can't go. Obviously, I can't go like I used to. So, if I can't be full time, I'd rather be in like a manager role like Sting is, or something like that. So I'm not going to push for. I'm not going to push for Christian to do more matches because, like I said, I don't think Christian can.
I mean, neither am I. I'm just saying I don't care. Like his heel turn would only just get him the hell away from Jurassic Express because he's just out of place with them anyway. So I mean,
Yeah.
I don't even care. It's just I think that was just a case of shit. What do we do with Christian? He's not really wrestling anymore. So who we pair him with?
Yeah.
that was just that case. Like I don't know. I don't care if I really personally don't care if he does a heel turn or if he doesn't. I just want him to get away from Jurassic Express. They don't need him.
Yeah. So they did an interview with Swerve and Keith Lee. And Swerve had a bunch of people there. I'm not too invested in this whole Swerve and Keith Lee thing. I did like Keith Lee's thing at the end where he said "Swerve in our glory."
That's their team name.
I love it. That's
Team
awesome.
name.
And then they went back out to the arena. And then Athena came out for an interview.
Great
She
signing.
made her. Yep, great signing.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm gonna pat AEW on the back because I feel like.
Didn't I call the Athena? I mean, I told you she was gonna come. Like I knew
Yeah,
this was happening.
yeah.
I knew that was happening.
Yeah, no, I don't I didn't doubt she was going to either.
Yeah.
You know, so the I'll pat AEW on the back because I feel like with the Thunder Rosa and Serena Deeb feud and the Chris Statlander coming back, Tony Storm, I think they're making steps in the right direction to make this women's division relevant.
Oh, for sure, for sure. And Tony Storm, I fucking loved. Like she's and
Yeah.
Jamie Hayter needs to turn on Britt already.
It's weird. That was another one where they acted like it was going to happen, and now they're back to being best friends.
They tease that so much,
and now they're back to acting like best friends again. So it's very weird.
It's crazy.
So, Tony mentioned that she did not back down from Jade Cargill, which confirmed that she is going after Jade.
Mm-hmm.
So does that mean she's jumping the line? Because
I'm not with that. I don't like that.
Because they've acted like Chris Statlander was next in line to face Jade. So then Jade comes out of nowhere with my favorite line. She said, "Tony cut the shit." Malcolm Bivens, aka Stokely Hathaway, is fucking platinum, not gold. He is fucking platinum. He was an NXT 2.0 fucking lost gem that got lost in the shuffle, and he rightfully asked for his release because they took what they had planned for him and fucking shit it down the toilet with the Diamond Mine. Malcolm Bivens should have never.
But I like Diamond Mine.
Diamond Mine going into NXT 2.0, and like I said, the main thing, like they're a talented group, all of them were a talented group, but the main thing was Malcolm Bivens. He was absolute fucking gold, and platinum, fuck gold. He was platinum, and
I mean, he's not Jericho level, man. Let's be real. Come on, relax.
No, as far as managers go, he's got it, man. And he's so witty. He's great on the mic. He's a phenomenal manager talent. And he, like I said, he asked for his release from WWE because they took everything away. Like, what do you want the guy to do? You took his pieces away from him. So then you left him with nothing. So then he said, "Okay, then I want to go."
Roderick Strong after his release too, right?
I think so. Yeah, that's. I saw that floating around on social media. Somebody photoshopped the old NXT photo of
the UE.
Of the UE holding all the titles. Cole holding the championship, Red Dragon holding the tag team championship, and then Roddy holding the North American. Somebody photoshopped them. Roddy holding the TNT, Cole holding the AEW championship, and then Red Dragon holding the tag team championships. So, but like I said, Malcolm Bivens comes out. His name's Stokely Hathaway. He cut a damn good promo. And then You had Jade Cargill and her baddies, and then Athena with Chris Statlander and I already forgot that other girl's name.
I'm blanking out too.
Yeah,
It's an odd pairing, regardless.
it is.
I'm not
It is.
not a fan of it. I hope it's just like a one and done type thing and call it a day.
Yeah, yeah. Let's get the six woman tag out of the way, and then let's get Athena her one on one match with Jade Cargill. And let's play it out because I wouldn't mind seeing Athena being the one to dethrone Jade. So,
I mean, someone's got to do it, right?
yeah, before it gets too old, before it gets stale.
I think it should be
somebody-
Statlander, in my opinion, though. I'm not a fan of someone coming in and just taking it right away. Anna Jay could
Anna
be.
Jay. Anna Jay is who it was. It's Anna Jay, Chris Statlander, and Athena. So, here's your boy. The next one we got Wardlow versus J.D. Drake.
I didn't even know that guy's name.
I'll tell you what.
He did some matches with Hook, right?
I saw him on a card, and I was like, J.D. Drake. I was like, I wonder if that's James Drake from. I wonder if that James Drake from NXT UK. And I was like, surely not. And then it wasn't. It's this old. He looks old. Dude looks 26 with a full head of silver hair.
You should try to get him on the I-70 podcast and be like, "Hey man, how's it feel to be jobbed out to Wardlow and Hook?"
I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that. Our guest tomorrow night, Ryan the Infinite, was on an episode of Raw in January of 2020.
Oh.
Where he lasted a whole 3, 4, 5 seconds against Aleister Black.
Oh.
The bell rang. He ran towards Aleister. Aleister hit him with the black mass and then pinned him.
Oh.
So
at least he was there.
Exactly. You're goddamn right. So that's going to be a fun interview tomorrow night. So
I'll see if I can catch it. I'll try, but I go back to work tomorrow morning, so we'll see what happens.
Yeah. I got to go to work tomorrow. I get off at 8 and the podcast starts at 8:30. So
I'm going to be 6:30 a.m. to 8 p.m.
Nice.
It's going to be a long ass day tomorrow.
Yep. Central time, right? Because you're in Chicago. Yep.
Yeah.
Well, then there you go. As soon as you get home, I-70 hot tag will be starting. So
I'll try.
Right when you get home from work.
I'll try, man. I'll try.
You're good, brother. Wardlow comes out with music this time to a humongous pop. Squashes JD Drake. And then Mark Sterling comes out to tell Wardlow he's filing a class action lawsuit against him. I guess so. Obviously, if Mark Sterling is involved, Mark Sterling was the mouthpiece, or he was aligned with MJF and Sean Spears. So obviously, I don't know if this whole thing with MJF. I think this whole thing with MJF is over. So are we going to see?
I think it's over. I think it's just delaying because they don't know what to do with him.
Well, that's what I was going to ask. Are they going to continue a feud with Sean Spears?
Maybe they'll get like one more one and done, but I honestly don't even see that happening. I feel like this is just gonna be a fucking backstage segment type deal, like like a comedic relief for the show. Like we'll probably get like a stupid segment in a courtroom or something.
Sports entertainment stuff.
Hey man, I love AEW over WWE, man, but this is gonna be a straight WWE fucking segment if I ever saw one. I'm just saying. They don't know what to do with Wardlow. I mean, hopefully I'm wrong and I'm eating my words right now, but I'm telling you, they don't know what to do with Wardlow. Wardlow is done with MJF. There's no way that they're gonna bring Wardlow back. I mean, I'm sorry. There's no way they're gonna bring back MJF to fight Wardlow. Okay, that's not happening. We're not getting MJF Wardlow Part 2. It's not happening. The feud is done. He's released of his contract. He's now all elite. It's not happening.
Yeah.
This is just going to be just a nonsense comedic relief segment. We'll probably get some power bombs in a courtroom or some shit. And, you know, that's
speaking
it.
of comedic relief,
Okay.
when we say sports entertainment, the only thing that comes to mind
The Wizard?
is so at the beginning of the Jericho Appreciation Society's music, when what's his name does the whole worldwide leader in sports entertainment.
Oh, yeah. His voice is like, it's sports entertainment. Like, I fucking love it. It's gold. That's platinum.
he says mimic like word for word what the guy at the beginning went back in the WWF glory days.
Yep.
The worldwide leader of sports. That shit just gets me.
It is amazing. And it's fucking platinum, my friend. It's platinum.
Yes, that's right. It's not gold, it's platinum. Scorpio Sky is seen backstage with Dan Lambert. He's talking about his match on Friday for Rampage against Dante Morton.
Mhm.
Dante comes up and gets in Scorpio's face. Nothing big here, but I am very excited to see Scorpio Sky versus Dante Morton. I will. I will
be
be
a great
tuning in.
high flying match.
It is.
Can we talk about how poor Dante is getting the short end of the stick because unfortunately his brother cannot stay healthy, and he's getting these odd pairings and random little matches because the guy is massive talent. The guy has. Can you get your butt out of my face, bro? The guy. I'm sorry. The guy has massive talent. He put on a fucking amazing match when he fought Omega, if you guys remember that. And now I feel like because his poor brother unfortunately cannot stay healthy, he's getting lost in the shuffle.
I agree.
I just feel so bad for him because he's not beating Scorpio, right? I mean, he can't, right? Could he?
No, he's not.
I
He's
mean,
not beating Scorpio. But I mean, granted, this fucking title has changed hands quite a bit in the last month. So,
and you know how I feel about that too. I get so annoyed with that.
yeah,
I'm highly against this fucking hot potato of championship belts. I hate it. So I mean, I don't know. I do like the belt how it looks though. I mean, I hate the Lakers, but I mean, I love the Laker colors. I mean, it's pretty cool. I like it. It's different.
yeah. I think that's cool how they let each wrestler design their TNT championship. So, so like I said, be watching out for Rampage for that match. Dante Martin against Scorpio. We get this Britt Baker
That
and
might be
Jamie
match of the
Hayter
night.
For Rampage. I don't think there's a question, my friend.
That's gonna be match of the night, man.
Yeah. I don't think there's going to be much competition on Rampage for that match.
The thing is, Rampage doesn't be that bad for Tony to be saying
No.
Rampage. For Tony to say that Rampage is like more of like the B+ show and the developmental show, they still got legitimate stars that show up on the show. We see Mox fight on there. Like we see a lot of people fight on there.
Saw Daniel. Brian.
It's a good.
Danielson, didn't we?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a good. I mean, Adam Cole's been fighting on Rampage.
Yeah.
I mean, it's been a good hour show. I mean, it's not amazing.
No,
but I mean,
I enjoy Rampage, and I have. It was funny because when I started doing this, I started doing the post Dynamite show. I was shitting on Rampage for a while, and then it was like as soon as I started shitting on it, it started getting better. So I was like, okay, well, I'll take it. So,
I mean, a lot of people were saying it's just a glorified Dark, you know.
Yeah, well, I don't think so either. I think people that say that haven't really watched Dark. So
exactly.
Yeah.
Sorry, but Dark sucks. I can't do it. I tried, man. I just can't.
I have a few times. It's one of those things where it's like every once in a while, every once in a
The
while.
only time I watch Dark is when AEW comes to Chicago and I have to witness it when I'm in the venue. I mean,
Agreed.
because they film Dark. They show Dark on Tuesday, but they film it the week before.
Yep. Yep. Uh, so then after the Scorpio Sky interview, Britt Baker and Jamie Hayter versus Tony Storm and Ruby Soho.
How awesome
Um,
was that match?
that was a damn good match.
Can someone agree with me, please? Everyone says that the AEW Women's Division is boring and crap. That was a fucking awesome. They got a "This is awesome" from the crowd.
Yeah.
That was a
Yeah. No,
great match.
that was.
Tony Storm
Uh,
can bring it. She was snubbed. She should have won, not Britt. I don't care. Whatever. Fight
I
me.
agree. I
Fight
agree.
me.
Well, I was going to end off with that. So I have it planned in my lineup to kind of just do a little tidbits about Double or Nothing, and that is one of them. So and and
The
uh,
power couple didn't need to win the tournament.
absolutely.
I think Adam
So
Cole needed to win the tournament because he's been kind of jobbing out, but Britt
no,
is so fucking over. She did not
nope.
need to win that tournament.
So Owen Hart.
Mhm.
You want to honor Owen Hart. Okay. So here's how you honor Owen Hart. Owen Hart was a phenomenal talent who was held down to mid card status if he wasn't feuding with his fucking brother. And the reason why that was, I don't know. I don't fucking care. You can say, well, Vince was punishing Owen for Brett. Whatever. I don't care. Doesn't matter. The point was the night Owen Hart passed away, the night he passed away, he was dressed up as the Blue Blazer, which was a comedy gimmick that people were making fun of. Um, because I think they went into it where Owen got hit in the head with a chair too hard, and or I think Jeff Jarrett turned on him because they were a tag team, hit him in the head with the guitar too hard, and then Owen started dressing up as the Blue Blazer, and fighting as the Blue Blazer, and he was getting made fun of. It was in the middle of the fucking Attitude Era. He wasn't over. He was getting made fun of,
Mhm.
and he was fighting for the Intercontinental title the night he passed away. Um, Owen should have been, and Owen was doing fantastic work after Brett left. Owen was off TV for a couple of months after Brett left. Then he showed up out of nowhere and attacked Shawn Michaels. And then him and Triple H got into a program, and he called himself the Black Heart, Owen Hart. Phenomenal work. Never, ever, ever made it past. After he had a mid card feud with Triple H at WrestleMania 14 and a little bit after that. And then after that, he was made a mockery out of because he joined the Nation of Domination, a predominantly African American group where he stuck out like a sore thumb and was made a mockery of.
Mhm.
Then goes on to get made a mockery out of as the Blue Blazer. Owen Hart was a phenomenal talent that was underutilized. Britt Baker and Adam Cole do not scream phenomenal talent that is underutilized to me. The final match should have been Dax Harwood and Kyle O'Reilly. And the women's should have been Tony Storm and Ruby Soho. That's how the finals should have went down. You disagree with it? Listen, I'm Mister. Hey, your opinion is your opinion. I respect everybody's opinions. You disagree with my opinion? Fuck you. Meet me in the street.
I don't disagree with you.
I'll text you the Addy. Pull up. You disagree?
I don't
Pull
disagree with you. I like the idea of it and the logic behind it 100%.
Yeah.
But Adam Cole needed that win because the guy's been jobbing out.
Adam Cole should have fought. Adam Cole should have had a Adam Cole should have had a top tier feud going into Double or Nothing.
Yeah, he
Rather,
either should have had a feud or, like I said, he should have won, which he did win. The Owen. I don't think he should have been the Owen regardless, but the fact that he was in it, I think he needed to
yeah.
win because he's been losing so much in AEW since he came. But Britt Baker 100% should not have been in the Owen, or she should have just been used to put somebody over.
Yeah.
Because she didn't need that win.
No.
So for having this power couple win the Owen, I think that was bullshit.
I wholeheartedly agree.
Yeah.
So, like I said, damn good match. This was probably one of the top matches of the night. Britt Baker and Jamie Hayter versus Tony Storm and Ruby Soho.
I love Tony.
I do too.
She's my crush. Don't clip that either.
Did you jump in on some of that OnlyFans money?
No, fuck no. You kidding? Getting married,
so,
man. You trying to get me killed?
Yeah, heard that. my wife and I share a bank account, so
oh well, there you go.
Yeah, so no, definitely wasn't jumping in on OnlyFans. Jericho and Regal were on commentary for this. It was very funny. I did want to mention that they showed Vince Vaughn and Macaulay Culkin in the crowd for the main event for some weird reason. But
random.
Yeah, it was completely random. Like
because everyone loves wrestling, man. Everyone who says all wrestling's fake and they don't like it, they're fucking lying. They're there at home watching that shit. Fuck you guys. Closet ass wrestling fans. You know how many times people at work, dude, like real quick, all the time when the people at my job they find out, oh, you like wrestling? I'm like, yeah, and they're like, oh yeah, me too. And I was like, well, why don't you say anything? It's like, oh, because I'm like, no, fuck you, man. Who cares? Watch it, love it. Everyone loves it. Anyone who says they're not a wrestling fan, they're fucking lying.
I haven't watched it since I don't watch it anymore because Stone Cold and The Rock don't wrestle. Well, that's your fault.
My
those matches were fucking mid anyways. So
thank you. My fiance is sitting here, I'm watching wrestling and she's there reading, and you see her ass like, I see your ass watching. Fuck you. You like it too. Yeah. You can clip that one.
I see you watching. It took my wife years to finally like. She doesn't like it, but she can tolerate it now. She used to just completely shit on me when I'd watch it, and then it got to the point where she just wouldn't say anything. She'd read a book, and then now she'll like I said, she'll acknowledge it. So,
so I told my fiance that I had a surprise for her on the 26th.
Congratulations, babe! You're coming to Forbidden Door with me.
So truthfully, there's a bunch of us going to Forbidden Door, and I got one extra ticket, and I'm gonna tell her we're going to fucking country concert. She's gonna fucking watch Forbidden Door.
That's fucked up, man.
She'll live.
So in this match, Daniel Garcia is good.
Love Daniel Garcia. That was a great main event, man.
It was. They had a good spot with the stairs, where Moxley suplexed him onto the stairs. That looked awful. Ultimate Sports Talk, who was here earlier, I gave him shit on his stream because he had mentioned on his stream that someone is always bleeding every week on AEW. And I was like, that's not true. And then here's fucking Moxley bleeding.
But who cares? I like it. It makes it more real for me. Unless he wants to go and watch, Disney's WWE, then that's fine. But I mean, everyone watches the majority of wrestling fans still watch WWE, and there's a clear winner and there's a clear loser. Okay, you could sit there and be like, "Oh, I love WWE. They've been here for 20 years and blah blah blah." My nostalgia bullshit, but WWE is putting out some trash. I'm sorry. I'm not trying to make this a WWE trash stream. I know I want to be positive.
Yeah.
I'm trying to be positive here.
I watch WWE and I enjoy
spots.
I enjoy quite a bit of WWE, and there's
some spots in their 3-hour atrocity that I do enjoy, and I think Roman Reigns is gold on SmackDown.
For now.
But at the end of the day, what's more entertaining right now? And that's just AEW. And I just like the fact that it's not catered to kids. Fight me.
Well,
I don't need Cody out here giving me his fucking weight belt. I don't care. And then when he came to Chicago, they threw that shit right back at him. So whatever. You know, I don't mind seeing a little bit of blood here. I don't mind because I mean it's supposed to be a fighting show, right? It's a physical show. So I mean, who cares?
I can agree. Of course, like they don't need to bleed every show. Um, but I think when it's Moxley, I like Moxley used to wrestle death matches and loved wrestling death matches. Um, and I've heard wrestlers talk about an art of death match wrestling. So I mean, like that's a thing between like the brotherhood of wrestlers who enjoy it. Like they like they like doing it, and Mox is one of those guys that loves his death matches. So if Mox had it his way, he would be, you know, he would be hitting light tubes and messing with barbed wire and bleeding all the time. That's his genre. So you know, I don't really, I'm not, I don't really care. It's not a huge thing for me. Um,
If someone bleeds or not, I don't give a shit. But I can tell you
yeah,
right now, I'm not gonna talk shit about it just because I see it every week either.
yeah, exactly. Um, Daniel Garcia smearing it on his face and in his mouth kind of made me fucking throw up a little. I'm not gonna lie about that one.
Dude, I loved it, man.
It was a good. You know what it reminded me
I
of?
was sitting there like, hell yeah, like do that
Yeah,
shit. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah. You know what it reminded me of? Do you remember in Lesnar's heyday? He beat the shit. It was like right before his match with The Rock at SummerSlam 2002. He beat the shit out of Hulk Hogan, and then he took Hulk Hogan's blood and he smeared it over his
yeah, across
chest.
the chest. Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, that's what when guys do stuff like that. That's what it always reminds me of. Gives me that nostalgic feeling. Uh, Daniel Garcia's pile driver, I thought would finish it when he hit that pile driver and he covered Moxley. I mean, that was 2.8.
Didn't we talk about this a
Like,
couple weeks ago?
yeah,
Stop using the pile driver as just a regular move. If
yep.
you're gonna pile drive somebody, it's over.
So
Come on.
it's funny you say that. Not to keep plugging my other show, but the I-70 hot tag. We had a Midwest, a Central States wrestler. His name was Michael Strider on. And one of Michael Strider's fans, and he's a longtime like Midwest wrestler. His name is Jeremy Wyatt. Jeremy goes all over the Midwest. I'm sure he's been in Chicago. He's wrestled for Tri-State Wrestling. But Jeremy does the pile driver, and Strider was talking about like, hey, if you do the pile driver, like that's it, like it's over.
That
Nobody
move
kicks
needs to
out
be
of
protected.
nobody kicks out of the pile driver,
Exactly.
and
You can't be selective. First of all, we all know who made that move fucking, famous, all right? Like, come on.
yeah,
How is that not disrespectful to him by having other people use it as if it's just a fucking regular punch? And two, how do you not protect that move? You're dropping someone on their head. That move has ruined careers legitimately, if done improperly, i.e., fucking Stone Cold. Okay, like how is that move not a finishing move? And you're having people kick out of it like, oh yeah, whatever. No, Danny
yeah,
Garcia should not have done it unless he was going to win. And since Danny Garcia hit it, Moxley should have took the L. It's bullshit. I hate when people use that move. I hate it because I know they're not winning with that move.
yeah. No, I agree. Unless it's my boy Jeremy Wyatt, then Jeremy Wyatt is finishing him,
Just like the
just like the
DDT.
DDT.
Yep.
Yep. It's no different than super kicks, but super kicks, super
I
kicks
could deal
are
with super kicks over Tombstone.
yeah, because like you said, a pile driver, you're dropping somebody on their head. So agreed. I can definitely agree with that. So like I said, I thought the pile driver was going to finish it. Moxley did a paradigm shift into the choke, into the match. Jericho was right there. Eddie Kingston came out, and I don't know if you saw Kingston, dude, but Kingston almost wiped out.
Oh yeah.
Almost.
Oh, I'm glad we're talking about that because I was gonna tell you that, dude. I was like, holy shit, we're about to have a fucking Titus O'Neil situation. I'm oh my god, I thought he was gonna slide underneath the ring, dude.
Yeah.
I was
I
like,
mean,
please.
I saw him and I was like, oh my god, dude, he's about to wipe out.
Oh man, and I felt like the camera got off of him quick too because they saw that shit happening too. Like they're like, oh no. They're like, oh no. Like if you go back and watch it, they switched angles real quick because all you saw was him running, and then you saw like the ring right here. And they're like, oh no, forget it. I thought that I thought that kid was gonna. I really thought he was gonna title Sunil that shit Royal Rumble and go underneath the ring. I was like, oh my god, this is gonna be so bad.
Yeah.
He stood up though. He used Jericho. He was gonna fall. He grabbed Jericho just in time and started beating the shit out of Jericho. Man, that breaks my heart.
So so we're at the end of the show here. I just had a couple of little side notes. Obviously, Blood and Guts on June 29th. And then we clarified that the other one is on June 15th, which makes total sense. Somebody fucked up in the truck. That guy should be fired.
Stupid.
I'm just kidding. He shouldn't be fired. That's ridiculous. Um,
I would settle for front row tickets, Tony. If you ever see this,
yeah.
you're welcome.
Uh, so again, to plug, as you can see down there at the bottom, there's an opportunity to win free tickets to AEW Dynamite next week from Kansas City, Missouri. Me and my co-host on the I-70 hot tag are going to be in a suite. Um, he works for Pepsi. Pepsi has hooked us up. So we will be in a suite. We bought 3 tickets. We are giving those 3 tickets away. Um, and you can find out about it if you go like the I-70 hot tag on Facebook. Um, you know, we're going to be talking about it tomorrow night, giving them away tomorrow night, or talking about how to win them tomorrow night, whatever. If you are in the Kansas City, Missouri area, or you don't mind to drive, you want to come to Kansas City next Wednesday for AEW Dynamite, definitely tune in to figure out how to do that. It's gonna be lots of fun. And the main thing that I told Josh, I said, if we do this, if we get these tickets away, I'm gonna make it mandatory that you got to come hang out with us before the event. So I'll buy you a beer, whatever. Um, then I'm making an ass out of myself because I made a comment that it was going to be hashtag expensive flight. Hey, Scott, you can come show off that AEW championship, brother. Um, uh, I'm making an ass out of myself because I was talking shit on Rampage and the only good match on Rampage was going to be, um, but the Bucks and the Lucha Brothers are supposed to be fighting on Rampage. So, uh, I did. I had a weird side note here. They showed this commercial several times, it, and uh, Mark, do you know what Wagyu beef is?
No, but I see that stupid commercial a million times too. Is that Arby's?
Yeah, like so that Wagyu beef is
Yeah.
like I was watching a video the other day where somebody had it at a restaurant and a fucking steak of it like this was $1,500. And you're gonna tell me that Arby's is putting it on a sandwich? The fuck out of here. That fucking that fucking like Stranger Things meat,
Yeah, I'm good.
whatever.
I'll pass.
Yeah. That's the end of the show, my friend.
All
Um
right.
obviously, like I said, we wanted to leave it open if anybody wanted to come onto the show to kind of talk about a segment or talk about something from AEW Dynamite. The link to jump into the backstage area is in the chat. If you want to, we will leave it open for a couple minutes here. If you're not interested, if you are interested, just click the link, follow. You'll go backstage. I'll let you in, and we can talk. Like I said, not going to have this thing open for very long. Mark and I are over 2 hours, and I'm sure Mark has to work in the morning.
I gotta be up in 5 hours.
If you wanna dip out, man, you're more than welcome to. I'll
No, it's cool. We'll see if someone shows up. If not, we'll
okay.
give it a couple minutes.
Okay.
Odds are I'm probably just gonna scroll TikTok when I'm laying down anyway, so it's not a big deal.
5 hours, man. I can't do it anymore. I can't.
Trying to pay for this wedding, man. Normally my shift is usually like 11 to 7:30, but
yeah,
I'm doing a lot of overtime to pay for this wedding because no one wants to elope anymore.
No, don't clip that.
You can clip that one.
Don't clip
I've been
that.
telling her for 2 years. I would have went to Vegas 2 years ago.
Vegas still costs money. The county courthouse is down the road.
Yeah, well, Vegas ain't costing me $15,000.
Yeah, I heard that.
I'll tell you that one.
I'm sorry, brother. I am sorry. My wife and I, like I said, we were super young, and so we had a really nice church that allowed us to use their building, and we just had like family and friends, and that's it. So
I would have done that too. We got people fucking coming to this thing I never even heard of. I was like, who the fuck is that? They're like, well, you met him.
I met him. Just because I said hi to him doesn't mean I met him.
Yeah,
I say hi to people at the grocery store. Doesn't mean I've met them.
Like, let me find out they don't give me a gift on my wedding day. See what happens.
Yeah,
pony up that dough.
Yeah, that's right. All right, guys. So we've had this open for a little bit. I'm gonna go ahead and close. I'm gonna close that opportunity. If you jump in here after this, I'm just gonna kick you out. Like I said, it's 2 hours and 15 minutes, man. We had a blast. Overall,
always do.
Overall, I thought it was a good episode of Dynamite. I thought
Two rounds.
Appreciate you coming through, Scotty. Definitely, man. You have a good night as well. Good day, my friend. Scotty came on the stream like last week or maybe a couple weeks ago, and he says gonna try and get some sleep this time around. Well, anyways, he came on the stream, and it's mid fucking day for him. So I don't know what he's talking about. I'm gonna let you try and get some sleep. Okay, I thought he was saying he's gonna try and get some sleep. I'm like, dude, it's noon where he is. He jumped in the stream, and it was like he had the sun shining in his window, and I was like, it was tripping me the fuck out because I was like looking out my window, and I was like, it's still dark. I keep forgetting this motherfucker's halfway across the world.
Right.
But as usual, Mark, man, appreciate you joining.
Yeah, thanks for having me, man. It's always a good time.
Absolutely. Appreciate everybody coming through. I will keep putting posts out there for AEW Dynamite. Want to find 3 lucky assholes to give these tickets to. Going to be lots of fun. It's in Independence, which is a city right next to Kansas City. It's a smaller city. And it's a very small venue. So there's not a bad seat in the house. And like I said, these tickets are pretty good. So it's definitely exciting when wrestling events come there because, like I said, it's not a bad seat in the house. So, as usual, you can find my friend Mark at Pro Wrestling Kingpin on social medias. That is at pro_wrestling_kingpin. And as usual, you can find me at CR Media 1988. As always, guys, appreciate you coming in. Appreciate you joining. Mark, you got anything to say before we sign off?
Nah, man, just thanks for having me. Everyone on TikTok, make sure you follow my boy CR Media. This Chase. Thanks for watching, everyone. We had a few followers here, so that was pretty good today.
Awesome.
Chris
Appreciate
Jericho's the GOAT.
appreciate everybody coming through. And as usual, good fight and good night.
All right, brother.